Right, let's get into it. Episode 53. Listeners, have I got an exciting episode for you this week? But be warned, there are some things you should know about. There is some excessive swearing from one of the co-hosts. I won't say which one, but you'll work it out as soon as you start listening. Be aware of that. There's a bit of sniffing. It appears also one of the co-hosts must have had a bit of a cold when this was recorded. So there's a lot of sniffing throughout the podcast. Don't know what that's all about. Anyway, we're going on tour. The Pottervision boys are on tour. We're going to be in Hull this week, if you want to come to that. And we're in Peterborough as well. Get your arses down to that. For a full list of tour dates, you can go to pottervision.com. And this is the weekly reminder to ask you, if you've not done so already, why not leave us a review? You've got no idea how much it helps us in terms of getting ourselves noticed. Go on iTunes or wherever you listen to and leave a review for us there. That'd be amazing. We'd absolutely love it. And if you'd like to support the show further, why not go and have a look at our Patreon, patreon.com/Pottervision. Where you can gain exclusive access to our bonus podcast Double Vision and a whole host of goodies, and also the peace of mind of knowing that you're helping support the Pottervision boys. Anyway, here's me yammering on. Here's episode 53.
Pottervision, Pottervision, Pottervision.
Hello, and welcome to the Pottervision podcast, the podcast where every week, myself, Lukas, Kirkby, and this man opposite me, this hunk, Tom Lawrenson, we talk about a chapter of those Harry Potter novels. This week, we're on episode 53, and we're on chapter 18 of The Prisoner of Azkaban, Moony, Wormtail, Padfoot, and Prongs. Tom, you're halfway through a rhubarb and custard drumstick. How are you?
I'm well. I'm happy. I'm elated. Lucas, last week's episode, I was distraught the whole way through.
Yeah.
Because something was missing, wasn't it?
We missed Connie, didn't we?
Connie was off. As I said, she was on a spiritual retweet.
Yes.
Which she wouldn't tell me much about, but I'm happy to say she's back.
Oh!
She's been christened.
Oh my goodness, Connie is wearing it's
a christening gown.
From the top half, it looks like a wife beater vest. But as your eyes descend past her feet, the bottom of it is like a doily.
Yeah, this is her christening gown. She's been christened.
Christened. Connie, welcome to the congregation. She's officially, is she Catholic or Protestant, may I ask?
What's that? Keep going. A bit more. Is that so? She doesn't want to tell you.
Oh, keeping herself out of the troubles. Very good. Well, Connie, where was our invite? I'm a bit disappointed I didn't get invited to Connie's christening.
Well, I didn't get an invite either.
No.
It's something she wanted to do on her own, yeah? And if anything, I embrace her independence.
Yeah. Fair dues, Connie, fair dues. And how are you?
Well, apart from, just like Connie, I went away.
Ooh!
This weekend, I went to a running festival in the Brecon Beacons.
Oh, in South Wales.
You may know of the Brecon Beacons.
Yeah, I know the Brecon
in South Wales.
Yes, I know of the Brecon Beacons. I must have been there. One of Wales's 3 national parks.
Yeah.
You've got Snowdonia, you've got the Brecon Beacons, and you've got Pembrokeshire.
Oh!
Brecon Beacons, very hilly, I'm imagining.
Oh.
So what is what is this? You run about?
You camp in a daft old field.
Yeah.
And then, on one of the days, you do a big run. Some people doing ultra marathons, which is, I don't know what the hell that is.
Yeah.
50 miles in a day.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Other people doing marathons, some people doing half marathons, like myself.
Yeah.
I just did a little minuscule tiny 10k.
Oh, lovely.
I was accompanied by my girlfriend Lucy.
Lovely.
Lewis Shaw.
friend of the show.
And his partner, Holly Waring.
Partner of friend of the show, Lewis Shaw.
Patron of the show, I found out.
He's a patron of the show!
Signed up using her nickname, H Whizzle.
Yeah.
Which, I think when it came out of your lips, I didn't register it was her.
No.
But yeah, patron of the show.
Who would have thought that the partner of friend of the show, Lewis Shaw, is actually a better friend of the show than Lewis Shaw? She supports us financially as well.
And apparently, she put a lot of the work into the writing of that sonnet.
There was no mention that he had help when he presented that. We gave him all the credit. But thank you for saying this. We can now officially thank Holly for contributing to the sonnet.
Would you like to hear about something that happened to me at the festival?
I would love to.
Well, I've got many a story.
Yeah.
Maybe some will come out today. Maybe some will come out in the coming weeks.
Yeah.
Go for a run in the morning, yeah?
Yeah.
A little 5k just to warm up on one of the days.
Yeah.
Right? I'm having a shower afterwards. Think, oh, it's cold. It's raining the whole time.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
miserable.
It's the Brecon Beacons.
I'm showering to warm myself. Go on one of these showers, right? Big old door that swings open, yeah? You're in a field. Block of showers. Portable showers in a field.
Listen, guys, he's in a shower and a big old D is swinging. Carry on.
A big door, right?
Yeah.
You open the door, it magically opens. It's got a big arm on it, so it opens, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard to close, right? So I go in there with all my might, shut the door, right? There's about 8 of these showers all side by side.
Yeah.
Strip down. So,
Yeah.
honestly, there's nothing on me.
Yeah, wow.
Not a watch, not a sock, not an underpants, not a knicker, not a bra.
Yeah.
Right? I'm nude.
Yeah, nude.
I'm washing my body.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the heat of the hot water because it's so cold.
Yeah.
Right? It's so cold. I'm washing myself. Taking my time. I've already washed.
Yeah.
Now I just keep pressing the button to take the hot water onto my body.
Oh, I love it.
I'm standing there, absolutely starkers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Door swings open.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten to lock it. There's a man there.
Yeah.
There's a man there.
Yeah.
And and then he goes, oh!
Yeah.
Stares right at my nude body.
Yeah.
In this field. I stare right back. I go, mate! And he runs off, leaving the door open. There's a field full of people, like, in front of me. I go, mate, the door!
Yeah.
And he, thankfully, comes back and he closes the door.
Oh my goodness. How many people would you guess saw your naked body?
At least one.
At least one.
At least one.
And he ran away at the sight of it.
Yeah. What does it all mean?
Oh, it means you need to be careful.
Yeah.
You need to lock those doors behind you. Oh, there's nothing worse than being in a toilet where the door doesn't lock. And I don't know if you've ever done this, but I have had stand-up wheeze where I've been on one foot because the other foot is pushing the door closed. But foolish thing to do, because if that happens, if you've got a door that won't lock, lads, have a sit down wee and just put your arm out in case that door comes swinging open. That's our advice for this week.
At a neighbouring teepee.
Oh yeah.
Was these people,
Yeah.
they were keeping us up real late.
Oh yeah, doing what?
So they were blind drunk.
Yeah.
And they got our Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah.
And they started blasting music, right?
Yeah.
Full volume. We couldn't believe it. We're looking at each other. They were blasting this song full volume,
Yeah.
right? This was a song none of us had ever heard in our lives.
Brilliant.
Yet we could hear them audibly saying things like, these are like English people going, I love this song.
Yeah.
They were singing along. I'm like, how can... Sometimes one person can put on a song.
Yeah.
But I couldn't expect the whole group of them who
Yeah.
didn't live together all knew this song verbatim, and they kept replaying it, and it was a country song.
Oh, go on. Wait, what was it?
I've got no idea.
Oh, you can't give me a little bit of it. I'll try and see if I know what it was.
I've got nothing. I'll have to go on Spotify or something and try and find it, but
Like a modern country song.
Yeah, we were looking at each other like, I don't know.
It's just so, maybe with that out of touch. Well, no one's that in touch with country that they know all the recent songs. Do you know the charts of country?
No, not really. Like, the country I like is kind of like 90s. They call it neo-traditionalist country.
Oh, really?
That's my kind of bag. But there are some good modern stuff. But pure country fans aren't happy with the way that modern country's going, because it sounds a lot like pop, but with a, like a southern accent.
What's wrong with that?
It's nothing wrong with it, but you can't call it country. It's pop.
How's it pop?
Because it's not like, you listen to country, it's like the steel guitar and it's the violin, it's the guitar, ding 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 ding.
Bluegrass.
It's the drums. Bluegrass, yeah, bluegrass, country music, but without the electrical instruments. But it's a bit more poppy, innit? It's got those, like, club music type beats.
Sounds good.
And stuff. It sounds good. Fair enough, it sounds good. But look, if I make Rice Krispie cakes, right, and somebody goes, hey, look at my Rice Krispie cake, I've put marshmallows in it. I'm like, hey, that's great, but it ain't a Rice Krispie cake, it's a rocky road.
What?
Call it what it is.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, what?
Times change. There's no rock and roll anymore.
Yeah.
Like, there's no bands like AC/DC, is there?
No.
There's no...
Apart from AC/DC.
There's no more Kiss. There's no more, pop Kiss.
Yeah, apart from Kiss.
There's no
more Rolling Stones.
There's no hit rock bands, is there?
No.
No Oasis. No My Chemical Romance.
No.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Because things change.
Yeah.
Things adapt. Things move on.
Yeah.
Country's dead.
Yeah. R.I.P.
D.E.D. dead.
What would you say your music genre is that you like?
Probably Cum Step.
What the hell's that? You made that up?
It's like dubstep, but cum.
Fuck's sake.
Right, my music taste is, I don't know, whatever Spotify gives me.
Whatever Spotify gives you.
Essentially, Queens of the Stone Age playing No One Knows on repeat.
Lovely. How's my week, you might ask? Well,
I don't know that's that.
all right then.
But would you tell me anyway?
Tom, let me tell you, I've been to a wedding.
Congratulations and celebrations when I tell everyone that you're in love with me. I don't know.
All right, so congratulations to Catherine, who listens to this podcast, and her new husband, Jamie. Now then, this was...
Remember that invite coming in? We invite one of the hosts of the Pottervision podcast, but not the other.
No. The problem being, they've never met you.
Right,
Whereas I've known her for about 8 years. Now, not only was I attending this wedding, but I was performing at the wedding.
Of course.
They asked me to perform some songs. I've never performed at a wedding before. Bit nervous, but it went bloody well. Everybody was lovely.
Where was the wedding?
The wedding was in, the actual ceremony was in St Helens, and the reception was near Wigan, I think.
Beautiful.
In a lovely hotel, the Lancashire Manor Hotel, I think it was called. So anyway, I'm on, and so are, also newly wedded, Libby and Stuart. Right?
Libby and Stuart, friends of the show.
Friends of the show. They're doing magic for 20 minutes, I'm doing comedy for 10 minutes, right? So we turn up early to set everything up. I've got my wedding gear on, suit, tie, the works.
Veil.
2
rings.
Yeah. I've got something, a little blue garter under my trousers. Right?
Bit of cake in your pocket.
Bit of cake in my pocket.
A knife in the other pocket.
A knife in the other pocket. Some confetti up my nose.
Some rice.
Some rice if I get hungry.
Best man speech.
Best man speech. I've got a toast to raise.
A plan to interrupt at a certain part in the ceremony.
Plan to interrupt you soon, but Jimmy. A plan for the parking. I've got the lot, guys. I've got a vicar in the backseat of my car.
But go on.
So, we have to go early to set up all of the illusions. Right?
Okay.
So, they've got magic illusions. We need to set up the microphones. It's a bit warm. I take my jacket off, right? We're setting everything up. The people come in with the wedding cake, right? So they're there setting up the wedding cake, right? They look at me and they think I work at the hotel. And I think, oof, I'll play along with this, right? So they set up the cake, they turn to me and they go, right, we've set up the cake there. They're from Liverpool. They go, we set up the cake there. The box is under there. I go, right, thank you. And they go, and the cake's under there. Any problems, let us know. I go, thank you very much. And never told anybody that they told me this information. Just thought I'd play along, pretend I work there. And that was the first of 3 times during the day where I got mistaken for somebody working at the hotel. I think because I had a white shirt on with a green tie. Don't know.
I think it's because you stand around looking approachable.
Oh, thank you. That's the loveliest thing you've ever said to me.
I've said so many fucking compliments to you, and being approachable is not at the top.
I don't think you've ever given me such a nice compliment as you stand around and look approachable. It's lovely. I'm going to take it. It's on record.
You're out of your fucking mind, man.
There's been more F's coming out of your mouth. And Father Finnegan from Finchley. So that was my little story. It was a lovely wedding. I sung a couple of songs, and then by the end of the night, I was being asked to sing Chode in a cappella.
Really?
Oh, yeah, it was good fun.
Fantastic to hear.
It's been a while since we've mentioned the Chode song that I got in trouble with at school.
I might sing some songs at your wedding.
Oh, I'd love for you to.
Would you? I can't sing.
I want to hear it. Honestly, whether it was good or bad, I'd love to see you sing at my wedding.
Really? Why?
Just for the novelty of it. I can't imagine you singing anything, so
Really?
seeing it happen would be lovely.
Um,
Do you ever sing publicly? Karaoke or anything?
yeah, guess what this is from? Feel me, I'm heartsick and hungry, energy, oh.
I'm going to guess it's James Blunt's
It's not, no.
Coldplay.
If you know what that is, listeners, write in. Otherwise, good luck Googling that.
I was too slow with me thingy Shazam. Now Tom and newly christened Connie.
Yeah?
Aye, she's bouncing around with the joy of the Lord inside her.
She's happy.
Are you ready, you
Yeah.
two, for a Chapter 18 rundown?
Of course we are.
Harry, Ron and Hermione think that Lupin and Sirius Black are nuts by saying that Scabbers the Rat is Peter Pettigrew. They're thinking, what's going on? They say, let me explain. Sirius Black is wanting to kill the rat, but Lupin's like, hang on, let me tell the story. He reveals to everyone how he was a werewolf and, Dumbledore had to put me in the Shrieking Shack once a month where I'd moan and wail and scream and break the furniture. And I had 3 little friends at school, Peter Pettigrew, Sirius Black and your dad Harry James Potter. And to make me not feel so bad, they decided that they would learn how to turn into animals themselves. And they joined me, because werewolves only attack humans. Anyway, Severus Snape found out all about us, and so Sirius Black decided to play a little prank on Snape and lead him into the Whomping Willow, and he did. But then James Potter was like, whoa, he's going to get killed by the werewolf. So he saved him by dragging him back, but not before he saw Lupin as a werewolf in the Shrieking Shack. So Dumbledore promised Snape not to say anything, but that's why Snape's got the ump with them 3, because he thinks that they were all in on the prank. Just as they're saying this, who reveals themselves from underneath an invisibility cloak but Severus Snape himself? He's pointing the wand at Sirius Black. And that's the end of that one. Moony, Wormtail, Padfoot and Prongs.
What a chapter.
What a short chapter.
She was a shorty, but you may join me in thinking she was a thickie.
Short and thick, just like we like it. This was, I think, the shortest chapter we've read in all 3 books.
Oh,
I think it was only 6 pages long.
6 páginas.
Longest.
Fantastic start to this chapter.
Yeah.
Starts with Black lunging at Ron and standing on his gammy leg.
Oh, I love that. Bit of a lunge. Ron's been in the wars this past couple of chapters, hasn't he?
Well, I just realised why this chapter's so short. It's because they ended the last chapter on that. And I don't think they needed to end the last chapter.
No.
They could have just carried it on for the next 6 pages because they wanted to end it on that revelation. Scabbers is Peter Pettigrew. Carry on.
One thing that surprised me, I was like, I can't believe we got to the end of this chapter and we've still not seen him.
I know, yeah.
Because I was thinking, all right, they've revealed who he is, we'll see him in the next chapter. But by the end of it, we're still back to square one. We've just got Snape as well.
But now Snape's here.
Snape's here.
Snape's here, everyone.
I would love a series of 5 chapters where nothing happens, we just get somebody else walking into the room. By the end of the next chapter, we got McGonagall. Hey! And soon we just got a massive house party with this rat.
God, yeah. So, right, this is a bit off topic, but... So, Sirius Black was like a double agent, was he?
Well, I don't know if Sirius Black even had anything to do with Voldemort at all. I'm assuming that Pettigrew was the one to tell Voldemort about where the Potters were. And then maybe Sirius confronted him, but then because Pettigrew was murdered,
But
supposedly.
in this idea of double agents, where these people have to hang out with Voldemort, you know, pretending they're not really that into him.
Yeah.
But when really... Well, they are into him, but then they're not, right?
Yeah.
And they just do one of these. Vadakadava. Like, do you know, like...
What, killing Voldemort?
Yeah, why don't you just kill him?
Yeah.
You just got to say magic words and he's
Yeah.
dead. Like, or even like, you know...
But then if you're a good person, do you not resort to killing?
He can't read your mind.
No, that's true. Yeah, you just kill him.
Vadakadava.
But then I think such is the fear that Voldemort instills on everybody. They're too scared. And as well, if you know about the Horcruxes, you know you won't actually kill him, will you? Because he's got all these pieces of his soul.
I would.
Oh, I would.
I'd kill him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even question it.
No. So what happens, like, if you kill Voldemort, this is, like, not what we're doing today, but if you kill Voldemort when all his Horcruxes are still bashing about, what happens to his body that you've killed? Is that now dead and his spirits are in the other things?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Back to book 3.
Yeah, but I'd be the type of person to stand up against evil, would you?
Yeah. I think I would.
If you could go back in time, would you kill baby Hitler?
Oh, why does he have to be a baby? Can't I just kill him as a teenager?
Teen killing. He can't wait a couple more years for it to be an adult. He doesn't trust that he can overpower an adult Hitler. He wants him to be a teen. So Lupin's going, Sirius, no, we need to explain first. Nah, kill now, explain later, I reckon. Because these kids need to see the bulging body of a bloated bloke before their very eyes.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Because kill the rat, body's going to appear,
Oh, imagine.
and then they'll be like, oh, right, you were telling the truth. Meanwhile, Scabbers is going crazy and biting and scratching Ron.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say this.
Yeah.
If I had a pet rat and it took a bite out of me once,
Yeah.
dead. Gone.
You'd have it put down or snap its neck or something. Oh, I don't like that mime. Whoa! He's making sure, listeners, he's making sure. Oh.
But, like, how many bites off a rat do you have to take where you think, that's enough? You are no friend of mine. Friends don't bite each other, do they? In this world where people want animals to be treated the same, you know, their pets, they think they're worth the same as, like, adult lives. But what's all this abuse animals are giving humans where they're scratching, biting, you die and your cat starts eating your face? What's that about?
Hey, you're sharing, aren't you?
Whatever.
Rats have little pea brains, though, don't they? They don't really know. It must be hard being a human brain inside a rat. Because Peter Pettigrew obviously knows that Sirius Black's about to kill him. But his brain is the size of a little tiny bean or something. Harry doesn't believe Lupin about Pettigrew being an animagus. How can you be sceptical in the wizarding world? Do you know what I mean? There are so many things that Harry just instantly accepts. All right, we've got ghosts now. All right, we've got dragons. Oh, this makes me invisible, does it? I can turn into somebody else, can I, with this potion?
Troll in the dungeon, is there?
Troll in the dungeon is there. Chamber of Secrets is there. Man is a rat. Don't think so, mate.
You're out of your fucking mind if you expect me to believe that. A man is a rat. A man is a rat! You bastard.
He's seen McGonagall turn into a cat. He has seen Sirius turn into a dog. Why can't Peter Pettigrew be a rat?
Yeah. Ron, what reasonable explanation do you have that this is not Peter Pettigrew?
Yeah.
You've never seen him transform?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
He's been biting you for the past half hour.
Yeah. What's that all about?
Then...
Yeah.
Hermione says,
No, we would know! Because if you're an anime guy, you have to register with the Ministry of Magic, and there's only been a certain amount within the last century.
ha! Lupin laughs again.
Yeah.
You do a lot of laughing, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Considering it's a full moon tonight.
Well, he's quite patronising, I think. Like the way... Because it says, oh, we treat Hermione like they're in class. It's like there are lives at stake here. But,
there is one explanation for that the Ministry didn't know that there was 3 anime guys running around Hogwarts. So you're telling me that registering as an anime guy is on the honour system?
yeah.
So it leads me to believe there are millions of anime guys around the world.
Yeah. Well, because I'm not being funny, as soon as you announce it publicly and register it, it kind of loses its appeal. Because I thought that half the fun of being an anime guy was you could, like, run around and people don't know who you are or what you're doing. For me, everything is a learning opportunity in it for Lupin. Even in this crazy situation where he's trying to kill somebody, Sirius is trying to kill somebody, he's explaining, look guys, I've got a story to tell, I've got to explain something to you. It reminds me a bit of my dad. My dad loves explaining things to people.
Oh, they love it, don't they?
They love it.
No,
Even if you know what it is
and
already.
and they love slowing down.
Yeah. Explaining it in different ways.
Dad, have you got directions to the end of the road? Right. You can do. Stand up. No, yeah, I got it. But once I leave the drive. No, you're going too fast. Put some shoes on. Oh, yeah. Go. No. Slow down. Pair that fit you. Not your mother's, yours.
My dad once explained to Martina, I think because he thinks she's from Germany, he thinks she's from, like, a different culture completely. He was explaining to her what cheese on toast was once. He went, oh, I've just had cheese on toast. You know cheese on toast. You toast some bread and you melt a bit of cheese on it. I'm like, Dad, she's from Germany, not the planet Neptune.
They won't have melted cheese on toast in Germany.
I've also got a friend, Kate McCabe, you know her. She's from America.
Yeah.
Well, one day she was doing a gig in Llandudno, right, and her mum was there as well. My dad was explaining to her mum what bingo was. It's a bit different in the US, but it's the same. You shout out numbers, you cross it off on a board. They don't need explaining what bingo is.
Love that.
But he loves to explain. His 2 favourite things, explaining and showing you videos on his iPad.
What kind of videos?
It can be anything, Tom. It can be from funny animal videos to car accidents to somebody doing an impression. It could be anything. You never know what you're going to get. It's like a bag of rebels.
Your dad added me on Facebook recently, but I thought I already had him added. So I think maybe
Yeah.
he's had me added,
Yeah.
deleted me, had a couple of years off,
Yeah.
and now he's come back.
Yeah.
I think that's the case.
He wanted a little bit of respite.
Yeah, because I remember him adding me years ago, and then you saying to me, you went,
He's a guaranteed like on any status.
He is for me. He's a supportive dad.
yeah, and I was like, oh, look forward to that. He must have gone away, but he's back.
Yeah. Well, my uncle deleted me off Facebook because he said I post too much.
Maybe that was it.
Maybe that was it. I think I only post about once or twice a week on any social media.
I given up on Facebook because I think it's dead.
Well, I know. Yeah. It's gone downhill on it.
Instagram,
Instagram.
Twitter,
TikTok.
Club Penguin.
Club Penguin. RuneScape.
I said Club Penguin during our live show the other day.
And it got one really enthusiastic laugh.
Won't say that again.
I remember playing Club Penguin. It was shit, but it was good.
Not playing that. That was a good gig, that. Listeners, we did a gig last week.
Oh yeah, forgot to mention this.
A live gig. The Pottervision Huns came.
Yeah.
The kids.
Yeah, 3 of them.
3 fans came.
And yeah, there were a lot of kids, but I think
No, the kids is what I called them.
Oh, is it? The kiddies.
Them 3 25-year-olds who came to our show. Really funny show, listeners, because we had a big room, plenty of people in, big full room. And the hubris of me and Lukas going out, and we're like, right, this is going to be 50-50, people who've seen us before. And the other half is going to be listeners of the Pottervision podcast. We go, give us a cheer if you've seen us before. An owl.
And that was Tom's sister and dad.
Yeah, and then give us a cheer if you listen to our podcast. Woo! The kids.
The kids, the Pottervisions.
And the rest of them just there to see a show.
Friends of the theatre. But, hello if you're listening, Friends of the Theatre, because I know a lot of them have since followed us and messaged us saying how much they enjoyed it.
I hope so.
Yeah, so I think I'm hoping over
Well,
this
if you're
tour.
jumping in on episode 53, you're out of your fucking mind.
You have been very sweary this episode. The worst you've been, I think. It's like sitting next to a drunken sailor.
Oh, is it? And you'd know that, would you?
Yeah. And what are we going to do with you? We're going to shave your belly with a rusty razor.
Is that what they do?
Yeah. Shave your belly with a rusty razor. There's put her in bed with the captain's daughter.
Shave my belly with a rusty razor? Mate, you'd have a good try of that. I've got a hairless belly. Honestly, I've got the belly of a tot.
I am planning... I don't know.
Are you going to give me hormone therapy?
Yeah.
Hopefully some hair sprouts out of my tummy.
I will feed you testosterone and hope that some lovely little hairs sprout from your midriff.
That was a fun gig we did. It all came flooding back to us.
Yeah.
Performing.
Yeah.
More confident than ever.
Yeah. Good fun, and we added a couple of new little flourishes.
Oh, yeah, some
Yeah.
real good new bits that I'll be looking forward to doing again and again and again and again.
Connie missed out, she really did.
No, Connie.
No, Connie.
I'm that rider. I've since been eating them Uncle Joe's mint balls.
They're good.
I like them.
Oh, I want to ask you, there were a packet of crisps that were Lancashire sauce flavour. Did you try them?
Listeners, there was a packet of crisps that was Lancashire sauce flavour. I took them away with me. I took them to the Brecon Beacons.
Yeah.
I opened them. What would you guess that they tasted like?
Like maybe a bit like brown sauce.
People were divided. The crisps were handed out, yeah.
Yeah.
Of which I ate 95% of the pack. We're talking, I don't know, a big dog kibble-sized bag, eh?
Yeah, this is like a Walker's Sensations
bag.
size bag.
Holly said roast chicken.
Okay.
I said curry.
Okay.
Lewis Shaw, curry.
Yeah.
Lucy did not give an answer.
Oh.
She said Lancashire sauce. We said, do you know what that is? She goes, no.
Oh, so curry / roast chicken.
Get roast chicken out your mind.
Yeah.
Tasted nothing like roast chicken. Holly's out of her fucking mind. Curry!
Curry!
Lancashire sauce is curry.
It tasted
Lancashire
like
sauce is
curry.
Lancashire sauce is curry.
Don't you ever worry, because Lancashire sauce is curry. I didn't realise Animagi were that rare. Registered ones, anyway. There's only 7 this past century. One of them's McGonagall.
Excuse me, I'm having to go door to door. I'm new to this neighbourhood. I'm having to go around to tell everyone that I'm a registered Animagi. Oh. Excuse me.
I'm only allowed out between 2 and 4. And just to let you know.
Oh, I only eat humans.
I only eat humans, everyone.
I'm sure you've got a dog. If you don't, I'll hang out with your dog. I will be best mates with your dog.
Yeah.
But I will eat your tot.
What, if you were a werewolf, and you know that when you...
He's saying I'm not. Ooh. Go on.
How would you stop yourself from killing somebody? What precautions would you take?
Couldn't stop myself. Honestly, I've got no self-control.
You wouldn't even try?
I'd say, this is me now. But what I'd do to stop myself from getting caught, travel by rooftop.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Hiding behind chimney breasts. Putting my face in other breasts.
Bloody hell! Yeah, very good.
How about you? How would you control yourself? Control your desires? Cold shower?
Yeah, cold shower. I'd either have to, like, travel somewhere where there's nobody around, like, you know, the middle of the forest or something, or up a hill.
Oh, I've got a fucking story about Wales.
Every other word, listeners, it's making the air blue.
You should see his looks of disappointment every time he looks at me.
I don't mind the occasional swear. We've been here for 53 episodes. They're going to come out, but my God, we can't get through a sentence without one at the minute.
I can't not tell you about this.
Go on.
I'm leaving this festival, you know.
Yeah.
It took hours getting out of there, but
Yeah.
that is a story for a different day.
Yes.
Right? I'm telling you a certain story now.
Okay.
Driving about these Welsh country lanes, right?
Yeah.
70 miles per hour.
Yeah.
More. Enter a village, 30. Leaving the village, I start accelerating.
Yeah.
I'm going down a hill.
Yeah.
There's a copper with a pair of binoculars.
Oh, in Welsh, heddlu.
Yeah, whatever. And I'm looking at him, and I think he's keeping an eye out because, I don't know, the only thing I can think is I've got my towing bar attached to the front of the car.
Yeah.
And I think, it must be an offence. So he flags me down,
Yeah.
pull up, speed him. 44.
Oh, in a what zone?
30.
Oh, wow, okay.
44 and a 30. And he's going on at me. He
Yeah.
goes, you have the right to remain silent. I'm thinking about to get arrested. He's
Yeah.
reading me my Miranda rights.
Yeah.
You've got the right to remain silent.
Yeah.
Anything you do say will be used against you in a court of law.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
But he takes all my details. Well, I think... So, yeah. And he says, I'm going to get a ticket, or maybe speed awareness, or maybe fine, one of these things, or maybe all three or some shit.
Yeah.
And then he says to me, after all this, he goes, I just wish we'd met under different circumstances.
Oh, what a brilliant... That's just Welsh people all over it. It's so lovely.
Why did he say that?
Oh, I wish we'd met under different circumstances.
Why?
Because you're a lovely man. You were obviously very affable during the arrest.
Fucking, I was not listening through half of it. But why would he have wanted to meet me? Oh, you seem lovely. Oh, look at you. Young man, full head of hair,
Yeah.
twinkle in your eye.
Yeah.
I wish you were my son, I do.
Do you know what? It's something I often say. When I'm lying on the floor, black eye, broken lip.
Policeman just beat the shit out of you.
Yeah. I turn to him and say, I wish we'd met in different circumstances, I do. Why did this have to be our first day together? Such a bad start. Oh.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, I can. Well, yeah. Oof. So will you get a ticket?
I don't know. I'm hoping for the speed awareness.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it? I enjoy my speed awareness course.
I did one 5 years ago. So
Yeah, you'd be fine.
Yeah, I can do another one.
Yeah, I think it's 2 years or 3 years that you can take another one.
Hopefully. Those damn Welsh. It's like he'd been stationed there.
Yeah.
Because people would known to accelerate down that hill.
Yeah.
And as soon as he did me, he drove off.
Yeah.
It's like he's got his quota for the day.
Yeah.
How about you put a speed camera there? Then I'd know.
Well, apparently they will only put a speed camera in place if somebody has died in that area. If only we'd met in different circumstances. I love it.
Then I went into a McDonald's.
Hey, now we're talking with the story.
About an hour later,
Ooh, yeah. Hey, let's hear more about the McDonald's.
some lad working there staring at me.
Yeah.
He sat down on his break and he's staring at me. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
the fuck is this? These Welsh are out of their fucking mind. I'm like, what the heck is this? These Welsh are out of their hecking mind.
I will like that.
Yeah. And he goes, pulls down his mask and he recognised me.
From TikTok.
Yeah.
Hey, that's Tom Lawrenson from TikTok.
So I give him a kiss and then I was on my way.
And as you do that, the policeman drives past and goes, "That's what I wanted to have met you! That's what I wanted."
So Lupin says that they installed the Whomping Willow at Hogwarts back when he first started as a precaution to keep him safe, yeah? This is the only way they could keep Lupin at Hogwarts. Whomping Willow, Shrieking Shack. There we go.
We can't just lock him in a padded room.
No.
We can't just stick him in the room of requirements.
We can't have him learning from home. We can't do a bit of remote Zoom learning. No!
Oh, I'd love that. Just the whole class having a lesson, and then you see him as a werewolf looking through the fire. Watching the lesson. Hey! I want to kill all of you right now.
Yeah, daft. I love that as well. So, the Shrieking Shack is named as such because Professor Lupin, when he was a boy, was in there
Yeah.
biting himself, screaming, losing his mind for
Yeah.
what, a week? A week of the month? 5 days?
It's awful, you know. I think this is extremely cruel, and I don't know what his dad, Hagrid, thinks
Yeah.
about all this. Daddy Hagrid, who I'm from now on going to refer to as Dadrid.
Dagrid.
Dagrid.
Dagrid. Yeah.
Dagrid.
Hagrid? Dagrid.
Dagrid.
Or Dadgrid.
Dadrid.
Dadgrid?
Dadgrid. Dadgrid. That's
we go.
better. Dadgrid.
So, that's why the Shrieking Shack is named as such.
Yeah.
Because people thought that the shrieking there,
Yeah.
thought it was ghosts, spirits,
Yeah.
haunted evil things there.
Yeah.
And Dumbledore encouraged the rumours. I would have loved to have seen Dumbledore at the Leaky Cauldron.
Yeah.
Some bloke walks in. "Oh, I've been hearing screams at that Shrieking Shack. I think it might be ghosts." Dumbledore, "Everyone listen, he's talking. Go on. Ghosts, is it? Did they scare you? He must be right, you know, I've heard similar things.
Just stir in the pots.
Sounds very spooky. I'd stay away from there."
Now, I looked this up because I thought I had a clever idea, but it wasn't a clever idea. In my head, I thought, hey, if you're a werewolf, surely the moon is at different phases in different parts of of the world. So if you're a werewolf, could you continuously travel the country and avoid the full moon? But I did a bit of research, and my idea is unfounded because, don't know if you know this, but the moon phases are exactly the same wherever you are on planet Earth. But in the northern hemisphere, it's a mirror image of the southern hemisphere. But if it's a full moon here, it will be a full moon everywhere in the world.
How about this then?
Yeah.
You travel to where daylight is.
Oh, like somewhere like Norway or where the sun never sets.
Well,
Oh, but just daylight.
yeah, you just so if you could spend, you could commute,
Yeah.
And if you're a werewolf, you could apparate back to, I don't know, Timbuktu
Oh, that's clever.
during the night. So,
Yeah.
Timbuktu, sleep there. Apparate back. Woo! Just inside the Hogwarts, baby.
Do you know what? I haven't murdered anybody for months, but my God, the jet lag. It's been daylight all the time, continuously for 5 whole stinking days.
Sleeping cap.
I haven't seen the moon for 3 stinking days.
Been eating nothing but maggoty stinking sun. Now let me tell you something.
Yeah.
We found out that Lupin and the boys, well, Wormtail, Peter, James, and Sirius
Oh, yeah.
are anime guy.
What? load of legends.
Animagi.
Yeah.
They learned to do it when they found out that their classmate, Professor Lupin, their classmate was
Hey,
a werewolf.
Professor.
So to keep him company, they learned to transform into animagi. James and Sirius were the most talented boys in all the school, so they could do it very quickly.
Yeah.
It took Peter quite a while, though.
Yeah.
And when he did, he turned into a rat.
You'd be gutted, wouldn't you? You've trained longer than everybody else and you're just tiny little rats.
Let's say you don't have a choice of what animagi you transform into.
Yes.
If I found out that I could only turn into a rat, wouldn't bother.
No.
I'd be like, rat, I'm going to get killed.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. One running with a cat and you're screwed, aren't you? As a rat.
Quickly transform.
Yeah.
Would come near me.
Yeah. Well, that'd be awful. Imagine training for years and you end up being a wasp.
Oh, God.
Yeah. But look, they turn into animals and they keep him company. Whereas with you, I think if I turn myself into a cat or something, I think you just kick me up the ass.
No, I'd say... Stay away from me, kind fellow. I appreciate you, though I do not want to touch you.
Yeah.
Go on in your journey. Be merry.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. With these powers of turning into animals, they use these powers to make the Marauders map. They could find out all the passages of Hogwarts. Of all the things I'd like to do with the power of transforming into an animal, an ordnance survey is not one of them. Hey, I can turn into a dog. Let's get this map made, guys. Hey, map out the river, map out the river. Hey, look, we've got the contour lines,
This is great.
Guys, you should be doing pranks. Hang on, how many square metres is this field? Also, I love that they're doing this while he is rabid as a werewolf.
That is brilliant, right? So imagine back in their day, them out with a tape measure in the field.
Yeah.
One of them wheels with a stick attached.
The meter wheel,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're measuring up the field. Snape's walking over like, this looks right up my street, lads.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Sirius Black's like, let's have him killed.
We don't want him interfering with our maps.
Map club, here we go.
I solemnly swear I'm up to something good. Helping people with the map. Now, James was nicknamed Prongs. Now, at this point, we don't know what animal he is. Harry asks, but he gets interrupted.
What animal was my daddy? And Hermione interrupts. That was really dangerous. She decides to chastise Professor Lupin, Sirius Black, the escaped prisoner, and, well, the rat, if he's listening, for turning into an animal and hanging out with Professor Lupin when they were back at school.
Yeah.
So she wants them to be upset for something they did 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Why is this where your head is at, you stupid girl?
I think, it's the fact that it was so long ago and you're talking to an adult. Like, if you ever hear, like, a relative or, like, mum, dad, auntie or uncle go, oh, yeah, one time we sneaked over the school fence and, messed around playing football. Why the bloody hell did you do that? What a stupid thing to do. You could have been killed. You laugh. You say, oh, that's funny.
Oh, yeah, whatever, it's done now.
What a great story. Prongs. What would you guess if you didn't know what we know? What animal?
Prongs. Frog?
Yeah, something like
The prongs of a frog.
Oh, yeah.
Hand.
that. Like a little sloth's claws or something. They don't like prongs, don't they?
God, yeah.
Giant goat, a moose.
So, they used to transform into animals
Yeah.
so they could hang out with a werewolf, right?
Yeah.
They all had the minds of humans in animals.
Yeah.
Whereas Lupin had the mind of a werewolf
Yeah.
in a werewolf body.
Yeah.
That don't sound fucking fun. that don't sound fun.
Well, he says he does say somehow that made him a bit calmer, maybe subconsciously.
It made me docile. I don't give a crap. You sound. It's still weird.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
nude.
And then he turns round and he says, Snape's been right about me all along. And Sirius says, what's Snape got to do with it? Whoa, what's Snape got to do with it? What's Snape got but a man who teaches potions?
Here we go.
What's Snape got to do with it?
Who needs a vow when a vow can be broken?
Broken. He's from Bradford, remember? He's got a flat in Bradford. Remember that from 50 episodes ago?
Yes.
He's got a flat in Bradford and he sings Tina Turner songs.
Do you reckon he lets that flat out?
Oh, the things we talk about, listeners.
They talk about the prank that they played on Snape.
Oh, yeah.
Those years ago.
Yeah.
Right? This prank.
Oh, yeah.
So, one night, while Professor Lupin was being led to the Whomping Willow
Yeah.
by Madame Pomfrey. How old?
How old is she?
I know Dumbledore's old, but
Yeah.
like,
And also,
no retirement at this school.
why is that the job of the nurse? Look, we've got a 12-foot werewolf that kills humans. Madam Pomfrey, it's up to you to take him safely to the Shrieking Shack. Why? You're the nurse. You help people who are poorly. It's not my job as the nurse to take a werewolf to a shack.
That's funny. Hagrid would have been groundskeeper at this point, gamekeeper.
And surely he'd want to take his own son to the Shrieking Shack. Let me do it. He's my boy.
He never harmed anyone. No, he got bitten when he was a boy, didn't he?
Oh yeah. Ah, yeah. He'll always be his dad in my mind.
Yeah.
Dad grid.
But yeah, so Sirius Black told Snape
Yeah.
how to get in the Whomping Willow. He's
Yeah.
like, go have a look in there.
Yeah.
Because what he would be led to, certain death.
Yeah.
Because a werewolf would have killed him.
Yeah.
Good prank, that, isn't it?
I'm sure I saw something similar on Beatles About.
I think I saw a little thing on Just for Laughs on ITV.
Oh, have you ever seen that American programme, Impractical Jokers? They're there and they've got two people on the headsets outside. And he's in there and they're telling him to do things like, pull your pants down, put a custard pie in his face. Kill him!
Imagine that pitch meeting for like a sketch show. They're all sat down. I've got one. Right, how about someone goes in a portaloo, yeah?
Yeah.
While they're in there, we push in front of the portaloo a temporary building. So when they open it up, there's 20 Japanese businessmen across the table at a meeting, all staring at them. How about that? Yeah, that's good. We'll do that. I've got one.
What is it?
Kill a schoolboy.
We'll write it down. We'll write it down.
No.
We'll kill it. Oh my god. Some of these pranks, you see some pranks, right, on TikTok and stuff. You think, that's bloody mean, isn't it? You'll have like somebody pretending to be dead on the floor. And then the person's crying, oh, they're dead.
I saw a disgusting prank.
Come on.
Gordon Ramsay's daughter, right?
Oh.
She's got a bottle of water.
Yeah.
And she's got an egg on top.
Yeah.
She does a bit of sleight of hand and she
Yeah.
goes, watch this. She pushes the egg down.
Yeah.
So you think it's gone inside the bottle of water.
Yeah.
When really, she's still holding it.
Yeah.
And she goes to her dad, Gordon Ramsay, and she goes,
Yeah.
look inside there. Curious. He puts his eye over the bottle. She squeezes the bottle hard as she could.
Oh.
Water flies up in face. She cracks the egg on his head.
Oh, the 1-2 punch.
How low is that?
Honestly, I'd rather she had a werewolf kill him.
And that's her dad.
That's her own dad, Gordon Ramsay.
I don't go for that.
No. Snape. First of all, what a year group this is. In this year group, we've got James. We've got Lily. we've got Sirius, we've got Remus, we've got Pettigrew, and we've got Snape. I bet all the other year groups are like, we're boring compared to this gang of legends. You know.
Well, it's like them schools that sometimes have like a load of notable people come from them, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Like Mick Jagger or something.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Mick Jagger or something.
One of them schools.
One of them schools has Mick Jagger in them.
Matt Lucas and Sacha Baron Cohen went to the same school.
I love it. Did they know it was at the similar time?
Maybe Sacha Baron Cohen was a couple of years above.
Yeah.
That's all I got for you.
There you go. Somebody tell us. So finally, they're going on about Snape. They're banging on about the potions master himself. Well, hang on for a minute. I can't believe that Sirius doesn't know that Snape works at Hogwarts. He must know that information.
Why?
Well, he's been running around for the past few months. He's been on the run for a year nearly.
He's been on a run on his own.
Yeah, do you think?
Where would he get that chit chat about? People in that tavern aren't talking about Snape.
No, maybe not then. I don't know, you just think maybe because he's been hanging around the castle for months, going in and out. He must have seen Snape walking around at some point, surely. Hiding in the bushes. Don't know. I just can't believe it's passed him by. But speak of the devil, he turns up. He's snatched the invisibility cloak from the Whomping Willow.
It's weird that he was wearing that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's like if he walked in wearing Harry's jacket. He's like, excuse me.
Well, because also, like, why is he wearing it? Is it to...
He's been in there for ages.
But then he volunteers to reveal himself.
At the right point, once he'd heard enough information. So the door opens at the beginning of the chapter, remember?
Oh, yeah.
And then Lupin goes, how odd. And then Ron goes, this place is haunted.
Yeah.
And Lupin goes, not quite. Well, it's got an invisible Snape in the room.
Yeah. Invisible Snape. So, what business does he have there, do you think? Is he just there to catch out Lupin and Sirius?
Eavesdropping like he always was.
Yeah. Being a naughty boy.
Right. How many needy policemen out of 5 are you giving this chapter?
Oh, it was short. It was sweet. I liked it. It wasn't as good as the last chapter. The last chapter was my favourite chapter of the series so far.
Yeah.
This one, I feel like you said earlier, could have either been tacked on to the previous chapter or the next chapter. Didn't need to be on its own. But I liked it. A lot of jabbering, a bit of backstory, a few revelations. Snape appears at the end, which is a good cliffhanger. I'm going to give it 3 needy policemen out of 5.
Wow. Fair rating. For me, I enjoyed it. It was short, it was snappy, and just like my rating, I'm going to keep it as such. 5 needy policemen out of 5.
Whoa!
Now, are you ready for this week's popular segment, Quiz?
Quiz, quiz,
Gonna ask you some questions, how well will you do?
Quiz, gonna ask you about how Pod looks, how well will you do? I'll blow you a kiss.
Question 1. Like what baby animal was Scabbers squealing?
Pig.
And what would you call that baby animal?
Piglet.
Yes. Question 2. How many registered animagi do we know about?
7.
Correct. Question 3. What potion does Snape brew for Lupin?
Wolf's Bane.
Yes. Question 4. What prank did Black play on Sirius?
On Snape.
Yeah.
He led him into the Whomping Willow to nearly be killed by Lupin.
Great prank. Question 5. What was Snape forbidden to tell anyone by Dumbledore?
What's the prize, by the way?
The prize is... the prize is... you get... the prize is you get to eat your drumstick.
Oh, lovely! Well, in that case, Snape was not allowed to tell anybody that Lupin was a werewolf.
Correct.
Quiz, quiz. We're gonna ask you some questions. How well will you do? Quiz, quiz. Gonna ask you about how Pod looks. How well will you do? I'll blow you a kiss.
Pottervision.
And now it's time for the nation's second favourite segment. It's Hedwig's Droppings. We're not alluding to owl poo. We're not alluding to ploppings. We mean the messages you send in when we allude to Hedwig's Droppings. What's in a beak this week? Well, my goodness.
What's in her beak this week?
It's wide and it's full of messages from lovely listeners. Now, first of all, we've had a message from Dobbin96 on Patreon. From one bird to another, she asks, what creature will Connie the chick grow into? For some reason, I have in my head that Connie is a duck. So, Tom, I don't know if Connie's with you.
Well, I've got Connie right here with me, and I'll ask her, Connie, it's me, Tom. What bird are you going to turn into? Okay. Keep going. You don't say. She said she's undecided yet, and that's private. You shouldn't ask something like that to a lady.
Yeah. Well, who knows? Maybe in a few weeks or a few months, as Connie grows into adulthood, we'll find out what creature she turns into.
Yeah, hopefully.
Right. Now, last week we had a lovely old show in Chorley, and we've had some lovely new followers who've sent us some lovely messages.
Oh,
we've
yeah.
had Jane Frohock on Facebook, or Frohock, and Jane says, hey guys, was at the show in Chorley on Thursday, and now I'm listening to your podcast. Good luck with the tour. So thank you very much, Jane. We've also had a message from Alex Mullen on Instagram, and Alex says, you were brilliant tonight at Chorley Little Theatre. Thanks for a great night.
Well, hey.
And finally, we've had another message from We've had a message from Lindsay Smith on Twitter. And Lindsay says, just been to see the Pottervision show in Chorley, and it was absolutely brilliant. Well done, boys. It was an absolute riot. So thank you very much to everybody who came to see us at Chorley. And then we've had another message. It's been a while since we've heard from this distinguished gentleman. I've missed hearing from him. I don't know about you, but we've had a message from KCJ.
Oh, he's back! KCJ!
He's back. It's the second coming.
What's that old boy saying?
He's saying, at the Pottervision, I think it's unfair for you to pick on Ron for saying Getaway Werewolf. The prejudice is well deserved. As far as we know, Professor Lupin is the only goody werewolf. Werewolves are not famed for doing a bit of shopping for a housebound OAP or volunteering at the food bank.
So you're telling me...
I think he's right.
You're telling me KCJ has a bit of time off, right, contacting us, and then he comes back with a bit of criticism. Safe to say I like your style, KCJ. I like what you're doing, but wholeheartedly disagree. You don't use someone's being as an insult. Sorry, that's just how I feel.
That's just how you feel. You know, and both you and KCJ are perfectly welcome to have differing opinions without it getting nasty.
What's your opinion?
I think... well, I don't know, because we don't really know a lot about other werewolves. But, I don't know, I think I'm going to agree with what I said on the podcast, and I think Ron is just using a cheap snipe, using what he is, whereas he should be attacking what he does. You should never pick on people for what they can't choose. You should pick on people for what they do choose.
Yeah.
And finally, before we announce our lovely new babies, we've got Marge on Instagram. And Marge says, on episode 39, you were wondering where the name Sirius comes from. I do know that the brightest star near Orion's belt, Orion the Hunter, is called Sirius, and it's his loyal, trusty sidekick dog.
Ooh.
And that star is also the brightest star in Canis Major, which is in Latin for big dog. So there we go, that may be where Sirius comes from, eh?
Definitely. Not maybe, definitely.
And finally, we must welcome a trio of triplet babies to our Patreon supporters.
Hang on, let me get my lips
Emma
ready.
Burton. You what, sorry?
Let me get my lips ready. Go on, who have we got now?
We've got Emma Burton, who's a brand new baby Hermione.
Emma Burton. Mwah, 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 mwah.
We've got Sasha Ferguson, who's a brand new baby Harry.
Baby Harry, Sasha Ferguson. Mwah, 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 mwah.
And we've got Jodie Sanderson, who's also a baby Harry.
Jodie Sanderson. Mwah, 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 mwah. You three, welcome aboard. From the bottom of my hearts, we love you. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. And if anybody wants to get in touch for next week's Head Week's Drop-ins, hey, we're doing a special one where you can actually record your question, email it to us, and we'll play it out on the podcast and you can be heard. So just go to pottervisioncomedy@gmail.com with the audio file attached. We might hear you on the show.
We probably will hear all of you on the show. I've got a feeling a lot of our listeners are a bit shy and they won't want to record their little voices, though some of them are guaranteed to be very bold and will love to have their voices heard on the show.
We can't wait to hear from you. And also, don't forget, this Thursday we're in Hull and this Friday we're in Peterborough. Our tour continues, so hopefully see some of you there. Pottervision. This has been the Pottervision podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Our tour continues this Thursday. We will be at Hull Comedy Lounge. Well, not our this Thursday. Our next Thursday. But listeners, it's this Thursday. We'll be at Hull Comedy Lounge. And the following day, Friday, we'll be at the Key Theatre in Peterborough. And we'd love to see you there. Please follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Just search Pottervision. And you can also go on our website, pottervision.com. All the ticket dates and links are there. If you want bonus content and support the show, support us. Go to patreon.com/Pottervision and you can support us, get bonus episodes of the podcast, our 2019 live show, as well as tangible merchandise, keyrings, stickers and posters. Next week, it's episode 54, chapter 19 of book 3. This is the longest we've ever gone into a book. The Servant of Lord Voldemort. You have been Tom Marvolo Lawrenson.
And you have been a striking version of Lukas Kirkby.
Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to the Pottervision podcast. The music was performed by Jack Evans. You can contact us through our website, pottervision.com. And if you'd like bonus content and to support the show, you can visit patreon.com/Pottervision.